How much cost MRI in China? Let's find out. So I have an issue with my ankle joint. I hope that I don't need a surgery, but who knows? Okay, I guess MRI here. Cloud. I finished. It was like 8 minutes. We're done. Bye-bye. So I can't believe it was only 500 RMB, which is $71 for an MRI of my. Does MRI cost in your country? Here, $71. I only had to wait 2 days in one of the busiest hospitals in entire Shenzhen. Shenzhen, by the way, is one of the mostly dense populated cities in.
I had some criticisms about my decision to go to China for diagnostic healthcare instead of pursuing it in the UK. A few sarcastic comments like, private healthcare does exist in the UK, you know, or if you can afford to go to China, you can definitely afford to go private. I thought I would tally the numbers so that you can see exactly how much it costed with the way that I did versus the private healthcare route. And then you can tell me what you think. So if you remember, I had the specialist consultation with a doctor when I arrived, and then I had the bloods, then I had the ECG, then I had the endoscopy under full sedation, so I fell asleep. I had the recovery room. They found 2 lumps, so they took 2 biopsies that went to the lab for testing, and then I had another specialist consultant doctor for treatment options. I also had the H. pylori breath test, and then 8 weeks of treatment. So all of that came to £298.60, which is phenomenal. It's absolutely free. The whole thing took 5 days, but then I needed the biopsy run through the lab, and that was an additional 7 days. So in total, 12 days for like £300. Now let's have a look at the private healthcare in the UK. Okay, I'm going to pop it right here. Now, obviously, what the internet has told me is the cost difference is crazy. You're looking at £300 versus 3 to 5 grand in the UK. For me, that like comparison. So let's include those costs as well. If you're a British citizen, you will need a visa. Visas cost £130 for the 2-year visa. My flight was £488 return direct from London. Whereas I could have stayed in the UK and I could have gone privately and I could have paid 3 to 5 grand. Just here in my neighborhood. No trip to China, no delicious Chinese noodles, no exploring Beijing. For me, it was absolutely worth it to go to China, 1,000,000%, especially for the efficiency, because I've done private before, and still, when you're paying 3 to 5 grand, you're still going to wait a couple of weeks for your appointment. You're not going to get an appointment tomorrow, not like in China. In China, I can book a doctor's appointment for this evening or for tomorrow morning, no problem. In the UK, even
I suffered from sudden abdominal pain in the middle of the night, yet hesitated to call an ambulance due to fears of an exorbitant bill. I waited over half a year for an MRI scan, only to see my condition worsen during the agonizing delay. In many countries, such struggles are a daily reality, crippling medical bills in the US. Patients in the UK facing waits of over 52 weeks for specialist treatment, while patients worldwide remain trapped in the mire of high costs and long queues. China's healthcare system is redefining medical efficiency and compassionate care at China speed. China's healthcare system offers exceptionally affordable pricing for both medical examinations and treatments. $3 for a routine blood test, $15 for a B ultrasound, $30 for a CT scan, and more. In China, the entire process from registration and examination to receiving reports can be completed on the same day. The average wait time for hospital admission and surgery is just 3 days. A physician at a Chinese tertiary hospital typically handles over 12,000 patient visits annually, compared to just 2,000 for their counterparts in Europe, Australia, and the US. Seeking treatment in China means no endless waiting. The combined costs of airfare, accommodation, dining, and medical care are often less than half the price of a single bill at a private hospital in the West. Many YouTube and TikTok bloggers who have come to China for treatment have already proved this point. We fully understand the concerns surrounding medical treatment abroad. Language barriers and unfamiliar procedures? Red Sun International Medical Service offers comprehensive, start-to-finish support. Airport pickup and accommodation. Private transfers from the airport to hotels located within a 20-minute drive from the hospital. Medical escort and translation. Bilingual Chinese-English consultants accompany you throughout the entire process: registration, consultation, and pharmacy visits, providing accurate translation to prevent miscommunication. Tailored cultural and tour experiences arranged according to your health condition. Patients will also have the opportunity to experience Chinese cuisine. May sunshine light your path to recovery.